Great. Thank you, Senator. First, I wonder if you could tell us about why you decided to launch the Personalized Medicine Caucus.
Well, first, Dr. Trent, let me just say, as you know, I'm a big fan of TGen and the groundbreaking work that your team does to shift the discussion from just how to treat diseases to actually focusing on prevention and early diagnoses. Now, Arizona is a great state for innovators, and TGen, of course, plays a huge role in attracting top researchers and experts to collaborate on cancer care, Alzheimer's disease, and early diagnostic testing. And it's that work that inspired me to join my friend, Senator Tim Scott of South Carolina, to establish the bipartisan Personalized Medicine Caucus last year. Now, we also have some House co-chairs, Congressman Tom Emmer of Minnesota and Congressman Eric Swalwell of California. And we launched our caucus to bring together policymakers and innovators to start a constructive dialogue. Now, personalized medicine, which is sometimes also called precision or individualized medicine, is a rapidly advancing field. And I feel like it's not fully understood by policymakers. So our caucus has been holding briefings alongside the Personalized Medicine Coalition to raise awareness about how precision medicine fits with our nation's health policy goals. And as you all know, as Arizona's senior senator, I'm laser focused on helping make healthcare more affordable and accessible for Arizonans. And I want to ensure that patients and providers have access to the best medical innovations. And personalized medicine can help us achieve those goals. So one example, more precise diagnostic tests can be developed to identify specific biological characteristics that help determine which medical treatments and procedures work best for each patient. And that takes into consideration the social and environmental factors in their life. And this helps patients avoid treatments that won't work for them or could interact with other health conditions they have. Our goal is to better understand which are the most effective treatments for patients that would save our patients and our healthcare system time and money. And importantly, it improves quality of life.
Well, thank you. Senator, in your view, what are the most significant shortcomings of a one-size-fits-all healthcare system, and how might personalized medicine help us overcome these shortcomings?
Well, personalized medicine addresses a problem that medical leaders have long recognized. Treatment and prevention strategies that help some patients are less effective for other patients. Certain people are more susceptible to certain conditions than others, and that can be due to genetic or environmental factors, or sometimes both. So a one-size-fits-all system, it can be dominated by trial and error, which assumes that complex diseases such as Alzheimer's or cancer progress in patients the same way. Now, this system can be overly focused on short-term goals and needs. And when people are focusing just on the healthcare problems immediately in front of us. And that means they don't have the ability to look ahead to anticipate how medicine may shift in the future. So while precision medicine won't answer every healthcare question, it does serve an important role in answering the difficult questions. For example, coronavirus. When we started this caucus, we had no idea that a global pandemic would soon upend Americans' lives. And while we saw medical researchers and innovators step up to develop new diagnostic tests, therapeutics, and vaccines, there is still so much we don't know. And public health was crucial as we were first learning about the virus and trying to reduce transmissions. And now, personalized medicine can play a critical role in examining why people have experienced such different immune responses. In a recent caucus briefing, we discussed why some people developed long-haul symptoms, whereas other COVID survivors were asymptomatic or haven't had long-term impacts. So these briefings will help inform Congress's work as we develop solutions to support COVID survivors and prepare for the next phase of our COVID response. And I'm really proud of similar efforts being pursued by researchers at TGen, the University of Arizona, Arizona State University, and Northern Arizona University. So instead of framing this as an either-or question, we should incorporate elements of personalized medicine into our current system that builds a better, more preventative, and more responsive healthcare system.
Well, Senator, from a public policy standpoint, what's the most important thing that can be done to help advance personalized medicine?
Well, our caucus's first goal is to raise awareness of personalized medicine among policymakers. You know, we bring in experts, researchers, and patient advocates to update Congress on the latest developments, to explore the benefits and limits of individualized medicine and learn how Congress can help. But far too often, stakeholders and policymakers work in silos. And that can mean the policies we pass or the funding bills we support, the regulations that agencies finalize, can be disconnected from the latest research and patients' needs. So for example, I'm working with Senator John Cornyn of Texas on a bill to ensure the Medicare payment system reimburses the use of innovative breakthrough devices for patients suffering from end-stage renal disease. But too often, innovative diagnostic devices, treatments, or digital tools are developed and approved by the FDA, but payment systems take years to catch up. And that means that innovative solutions aren't actually reaching the patients that would most benefit because they might be covered by Medicare or Medicaid. And that's not fair. The federal government should be working with researchers and biotech companies to see that innovations are moving from development all the way through to patient access. Now, these kinds of challenges have slowed the adoption of many of the new personalized medicine technologies. And that's why we're pushing for greater investments in targeted research conducted by the National Institutes of Health and the technical staff who help evaluate new treatments and devices for the FDA. You know, these federal agencies serve as the gateway for many personalized medicine products entering the market and actually reaching patients. So advancing personalized medicine will take proactive engagement from Congress, collaboration between all the stakeholders, and a commitment to follow the science.
Well, finally, Senator, what does Congress need to facilitate personalized medicine?
Well, the first thing we need are innovative leaders like TGen, our university and private sector experts. We need all of them to help educate members of Congress, patients, and our regulators to help us connect the science to our nation's healthcare priorities. By following the science, Congress can better design funding and coverage policies that both improve patient outcomes and reduce unnecessary costs. We can also incentivize medical research and development along pathways that will directly benefit patients. For example, Congressman Andy Barr introduced legislation in the House. I co-introduced that legislation in the Senate with Senator Mitch McConnell. It's called the Carroll Act. Every year, 25,000 Americans lose their lives from valvular heart disease. The Carroll Act, which was named in honor of Congressman Barr's late wife, directs the NIH to facilitate research on heart disease and instructs the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention to raise public awareness. So the legislation makes targeted investments to help identify and discover why some patients are at high risk of serious outcomes, such as sudden cardiac death, and develop treatment plans specifically for them. And our bill calls for using precision medicine to generate data on individuals with valvular heart disease and identify those who are at higher risk of serious outcomes. And importantly, to understand why so many at highest risk for death are younger women. So legislation like this comes together when lawmakers are able to develop policies with the technical guidance of medical experts. And that's why I helped establish this bipartisan, bicameral personalized medicine caucus. It's to advance healthcare solutions to help Arizonans access better preventative, diagnostic, and targeted treatment plans. And I really look forward to continuing our work together with advocacy partners in the Personalized Medicine Coalition to move our nation's health goals forward.
Well, thank you, Senator. Come by and see us again soon now that we're beginning to get things put back on track. And thanks for all of your support and all of your work.
Well, Dr. Trent, I couldn't be happier to be with you, and I can't wait to be back with you in person at TGen. Thanks so much.